Coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell, author of 22 books, Marine Corps veteran, founder of the Second Amendment March, proud father of 7, grandfather to 20 and counting, and as a special bonus, I'm also madly in love with my own wife. My priorities in life are God, family, and country, in that order, and I hereby promise to never compromise in my convictions. I may go broke, but I'll never go woke. And joining me today is my faithful co-host, my adoring, loving wife, Sara Coryell. Sara, are you ready to have a wonderful, fun time with me on the air today?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's great to be here, Skip.
Are you feeling jocular? I knew that would throw you.
I'm not entirely sure what that means. So I'm not sure.
Lighthearted, fun, everything I've been talking about.
Totally. Yeah, that's me to a
Hey,
T.
you're an engineering major. I'm an English major, so I know. If you could talk to me about polarity and all kinds of radio waves, and I wouldn't know what you're talking about. So.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Let's not try it.
All right. Well, so what's been going on in our life, Sara?
Oh, brother. Well, Thanksgiving's coming up, so
Yes.
trying to figure out how that's all going to work. And
how it's going to work? Probably work like it always does. We'll have a good meal. We'll be thankful to God for everything that He's given us, and
we have a lot of people out of town, so there's visiting and traveling and.
Oh yeah. Right now, this is Monday. We're recording, and Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I
haven't even thought about Thanksgiving yet. I've been so busy with so much work that I just haven't had time to think about it and prepare or do anything. So.
Yes, you have been busy. Your security thing is really.
I think we're just going to have to wing it this year and let the chips fall where they may.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
There's plans. They're settling around you. You just aren't.
Oh, we have plans?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your sister invited everyone over on Thanksgiving Day at noon, and your son is coming.
I have been working so much.
His family of 5 kids and wife and their dog.
Well, I'm glad someone is in charge.
I'm not in charge, but there are plans
you
happening.
just let me know what I'm supposed to do and when I'm supposed to do it.
All right. Well, we might need you to grill a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. I'm up for it. All right. Well, Sara, what's on the show today?
Well, today we're talking to none other than Tim Schmidt, the founder and CEO of United States Concealed Carry Association. Then we'll be talking to the greatest and most humble self-defense instructor on the planet.
You don't even know who that is, do you? Well, folks.
But I was going to say, I don't know if you.
If you want to find out who that is, you've got to wait till segment 3. So you got to listen to the whole show. And you're going to want to hear Tim Schmidt. Awesome guy. He's just really, really good.
Are they going to want to hear the humble self-defense?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But before we get too far into the show, let's thank our sponsors, United States Concealed Carry Association, shootingclasses.com, Centershot Indoor Gun Range, Trinity Training and Security, and Apple Tree Media. All right, Sara, let's start out with the news. What is going on in the world?
Well, in North Carolina, a driver says a bald eagle dropped a cat through her windshield.
I love that. I know I'm probably not supposed to think that's funny. I mean, think about the trauma of that cat. And the bald eagle losing its lunch. I mean, there's just so much that we can talk about this. I shouldn't interrupt you. I'm sorry. But whenever I hear someone say that, I have to laugh. I can't stop myself.
When they say they dropped a cat through their windshield?
Yeah. I mean, I wish they could have got that on video. But anyways, I'm sick.
People were driving, so
I'm morbid. I'm sick. I'm morbid. Go ahead, Sara.
Well, okay. Yeah, I don't want to give away the story. A driver in North Carolina told a dispatcher that a cat carcass had crashed into her windshield along a highway after the feline was dropped from the sky
Sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
by a bald eagle. The woman called 911. She calls 911 over this? A woman called 911 on Wednesday morning to report the incident, saying that a bald eagle had dropped the cat into the passenger side of her front windshield on U.S. Route 74 in Swain County near Bryson City, which is located about 65 miles south of Asheville. It is unclear if the cat slipped from the eagle's talons or was dropped intentionally. You may not.
Dropped intentionally.
Well, have you
What,
felt
are
like,
we at war with the bald eagles now? They're attacking us with cats. Man, what is the world coming to?
well, okay. So you you may not believe me, but I just had a bald eagle drop a cat through my windshield, the driver said on the 911 call. It absolutely shattered my windshield. The dispatcher calmly responded, "Okay, I do believe you, honestly," before laughing. Poor dispatcher. The driver said another person also observed the cat dropping from the sky. That would have been interesting too.
Yeah.
He's like, "That's the craziest thing I've ever seen." I'm like, "Really?" The driver said. The dispatcher replied, "Oh my goodness, let's see. I have heard crazier." "Well, that's terrifying," the caller responded, prompting more nervous laughter from the dispatcher. Another question, "Is the cat still alive?" the dispatcher asked.
Is the cat still alive? That's a pretty resilient cat if he's still alive.
You know about cats and their 9 lives.
Yeah, but will the cat be requiring emergency services?
The cat was not alive. The caller said the cat was on the side of the road rather than inside her vehicle. I have to say that was.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from that if she'd moved it or if it had like bounced off somehow, but I think she must have moved it, I think. Okay, I have to ask just to make sure, the dispatcher said. North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission's Kendrick Weeks said the cat could have been roadkill grabbed by the eagle. But they can take animals the size of a cat, he said. It is much harder for them to take a live cat than a dead cat.
Yes, I would think so, yes.
He goes on to say, they usually don't prey on something they don't find palatable, and scavenging is a common behavior in bald eagles. Weeks said eagles and other raptors can drop prey for several reasons, including due to a poor grip, or if the prey is biting or otherwise struggling, and the birds are wanting to prevent injury to themselves. So we don't really get to know if the cat died before or after it was dropped by the eagle.
I wonder, what does a cat taste like? Have you ever eaten cat before?
No, I was told not to eat anything that eats carnivore.
Oh, okay. You don't eat other carnivores?
Well, I guess pigs eat crazy things, and I've had pig, but
Have-
I had bear. That's not true. I've had bear before.
Well, I would think that a cat would really put up a fight if this cat was alive when it got
Yes.
swooped up by the
I
bald eagle.
Oh,
I mean, you remember what it's like when you're just trying to trim the nails on a cat?
I haven't
Oh,
done
man.
that.
Oh, I have done that
Why
before.
would you do that?
Well, I only did it the one time. Okay. There were scratches and bite marks all over me. It was terrible. You have to wear, big heavy gloves, but then you can't use the toenail trimmers after that, and it's bad. Have it professionally done.
Okay.
Folks, you can't see the look on my wife's face right now. It's like, did I marry a man this stupid that he would try to declaw a cat? I got so scratched up. There was blood and fur everywhere.
Blood too? Did you?
My
Oh,
blood.
your blood.
Yes, my blood. I didn't kill the cat.
Well, you can. I've bloodied dogs before trying to trim their nails. Apparently, the blood vessels in a dog's nails like go down inside the claw. So if you clip too hard on the claw, you
That's
make
true.
them bleed.
That's true. Well, I can.
But I don't know about cats.
I think it's the same with a cat. I really do.
Well, their nails, don't they like?
It's like, you ever give a cat a bath?
That was how I knew that fighting it. Yeah,
Oh,
you picked up.
gosh, man.
Would be bad. Yeah, they're painful.
Jeez, it's
Vague
terrible.
too.
All right, let's move on to something a little more positive, okay?
Constructive. I'm
Poor
sure our
cat.
listeners already know about cat bathing.
Roadkill. Huh? Go ahead.
A girl was rescued by police after she used distress signals popularized on, guess where? Everybody guess?
What do you mean, guess where?
Where were they popularized? These distress signals that she got.
I don't know.
Oh, you found the article. TikTok.
Well, that doesn't mean I read it.
On TikTok, of all places. A 16-year-old girl was rescued in Kentucky after using a hand gesture popularized on TikTok to signal distress, indicating she was in a domestic violence situation. The gesture, which involves holding a hand up with the palm facing outward, tucking the thumb into the palm, and folding the fingers over the thumb, is recognized as a discreet signal for help. A passing motorist noticed the girl making the sign while she was a passenger in a silver Toyota Camry driven by an older male. The driver called 911 and followed the vehicle, providing updates to authorities. Law enforcement intercepted the car, and the teenager was found to have been reported missing by her parents. The man, identified as 61-year-old James Herbert Brick, was arrested and charged with unlawful imprisonment and possession of material depicting a sexual performance of a minor. Wow.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that sign?
No, but
I'd never heard
that's
of it before.
amazing. I mean, that's something. She was
Yeah.
totally rescued because she was paying attention.
Okay, what did they say here? Folding. Okay, you tuck your thumb. Folks, everyone do it with me now. Take your thumb
Oh, wait,
and
palm
tuck it,
facing outward. Start with the palm facing outward. So
palm facing
outward.
outward, tucking the thumb into the palm and folding the fingers over the thumb.
Like this.
You know, if someone did that to me,
You'd think they were gonna.
I
You.
well, no, 'cause that's you don't want to punch someone that way, you'll break your thumb.
Oh,
No, I would just think, what's wrong with this person? I mean, they're like, emotionally challenged or something. Because why are they doing this? It's like, but I don't spend any time on social media. I haven't like banned it or anything like that. I just don't like social media because it seems to bring out the beast in people. So I just kind of stay away from it. This is as social as I get right here.
this radio show.
And you don't spend much time on it either.
No, I don't really have time actually.
Well,
I'm really happy if I can keep up with my emails, texts, and signal messages and
and
voice messages.
folks, I can tell you, she doesn't
doesn't.
keep up with her emails, her text, and
Signals and voice
yeah,
messages.
she does
It's
not.
true.
She doesn't even answer my messages. People complain to me, like our close relatives, I sent Sarah a message and she hasn't gotten back to me. I go, welcome to the club.
If you want to get a hold of me, call one of my family members and they'll reach me for you.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of her, you have to get right in front of her and say, okay, look at me. I'm talking to you now.
Then you'll have my attention.
Yes, absolutely. Well, she is just so popular. But, probably some of our listeners, especially probably the younger listeners, they're more in tune with like social media and all things computer. They might recognize that.
You
But,
might. I don't know. I think that's amazing.
well, it's great. I mean,
And then the other driver knew it too. I mean, not just everybody would
yeah,
know the signs.
yeah. What are the
so,
odds of that,
yeah.
right?
Well, she might have tried it to several people, but this guy took it seriously and followed
Well,
through.
hey, because the driver got involved,
Mm-hmm.
he's the hero.
Absolutely.
We have a 61-year-old pervert
Yeah.
who got
wow.
arrested and charged.
I hope he gets a nice
Yeah,
long
well,
time out for that
unlawful
one.
imprisonment, possession of material depicting, bad stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think
Yeah.
that's really great. So we got, he's not going to do it again. Now he's going to be Bubba's roommate, and he'll be he'll be doing the sexual performances in prison.
Well, maybe not.
What do you mean maybe not?
Sounds bad.
Oh, this kind of stuff does sound bad, honey.
Yes, it's bad.
All right. One bad guy. Hopefully they'll keep him in prison.
Yes. At 61, I'm thinking he's probably picked a life pattern. And
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, you can change, but
But most of the time,
at 61,
you
I feel like
don't.
you kind of like decided.
All right, Sarah, enough perversion.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah, what's coming up on the show next?
Next, we're talking with Tim Schmidt, the founder and CEO of United States Concealed Carry Association. Then we'll be talking to the greatest and most humble self-defense instructor on the planet.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going to love that. You're going to love Tim Schmidt. He is very humble. He's got a lot of character. Interesting guy, too. He's just super nice. And he's going to share his wisdom with us. And then we'll have the most humble self-defense instructor on the planet. I wonder who that could be. In the meantime, God bless and stay safe. And don't look up unless you want a cat in your face falling from on high, death from above. Because we will be right back.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
At Center Shot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. Center Shot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at centershotgunrange.com.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
Attention business owners. Are you leaving your website open to security issues and hacking due to a lack of maintenance or overseas outsourcing? Don't let that happen to your business. Choose experienced U.S.-based website developers that can customize your website to fit your specific needs. Appletree MediaWorks has been growing businesses online since 2009. With over 80 years of combined experience, their team conducts constant research and development to keep up with ever-changing online threats. Your website deserves the best protection available. Call Appletree MediaWorks today at 877-977-1364 to keep your website secure and grow your business online. Or visit appletree.media.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.
In today's world, safety and preparedness are more important than ever. At Trinity Training and Security, we offer comprehensive training for your peace of mind. Whether you're obtaining your concealed pistol license, mastering CPR and first aid, or engaging in scenario-based training, we've got you covered. We look forward to working with you in one of our classes or bringing the class to your church, school, or business. Need security for an event? Protecting your assets? Our team provides private security, close protection, media crew escorts, high security terminations, and more. Always with discretion and professionalism. With Trinity, safety is more than a service. It's a commitment.
They say he eats crayons and his knuckles drag on the ground, but that's only half true. Welcome back to the Home Defense Show with Skip Coriel.
And that was the beautiful and sultry voice of Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show. Folks, we live in a dangerous world, and I want you to be able to protect and defend the ones you love. And that's why I have this show. It's my way of empowering you to accomplish one of your primary jobs in life. You are a protector and a defender. All right, listeners, before we get too far into the show, don't forget to check out our sponsors, United States Concealed Carry Association, shootingclasses.com, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range, and Appletree Media. Without our sponsors, this show wouldn't be on the air, so we thank you all. All right, and now I'd like to welcome back Tim Schmidt. He's a good friend and the founder of United States Concealed Carry Association, one of our sponsors. Tim, you are the big kahuna at USCCA. How do you
Good
feel
morning,
about that?
Skip. Well,
Yeah.
hey, it's great to be here. I don't refer to myself as the big kahuna, but
No, you hire people to call you that, right?
sure, I guess we can say that.
I'm sorry. I laugh at myself sometimes, but no, yeah, I know you're a humble guy, and that's one of the reasons I like you. I don't like arrogant people. I just don't like them, and I think few people do. So when we meet someone who is successful but also humble, that's special.
I always teach my people at my company that the two most powerful and valuable qualities that you can have in tandem are confidence and humility. I feel
Yeah.
that we all need to have confidence in ourselves because our brains, our amygdala is constantly trying to undermine our initiatives and really the value that we were put on the earth to bring forth. But at the same time, you have to be humble. You have to always realize that any room you walk into, there's all sorts of people that have different life experiences than you, and you can always learn from them, even if they're the person in the corner mopping up the mess in the restaurant. That person is an amazing person too, and it's important to be humble.
Where did you learn that?
I learned that from my dad.
I knew you were going to say that. I've heard you talk about your dad before, and uh, you know, I didn't learn that from my dad. I mean, there were a lot of good things that I learned from my dad. That wasn't, those weren't things that I learned from him, but I've always had trouble with confidence. Um, I've always struggled with, poor self-esteem. Um, but I don't know, through the decades, it's like after 5, 6 decades, you go, what's the point? Having low self-esteem. It's not getting me anything, but there is a balance, between, arrogance and humility. You just have to have that humility, or people aren't going to like you. And no, I don't care how confident you are. I don't care how talented you are. If people don't like you, they're not going to support you, and you're not going to get very far without other people supporting you and helping you along, because no one is a self-made man. They don't do it all on their own.
No, of course not. No, that's well said, Skip. And another layer that I'd like to put on top of that is confidence and humility are actually they're very close, and almost conjoined in the sense that unless you have good, healthy confidence, it's almost impossible to be humble. And like you said, humble or people that are not humble are difficult to like or love. And so really what it starts with is if you want to have a good sense of confidence and humility, you have to start with liking yourself.
Yeah.
And and that's but the human condition is that it's hard to like yourself because we're all our own worst critics. And the longer that you're on this earth, the more mistakes that you've made, and
Yes.
and, and it's easy to fall into that trap of just replaying those mistakes and thinking, oh, if only I had done this, if only I had done that. And really that's probably the pinnacle of self-defeating behavior. And especially in the last couple of years since I've really gotten a lot closer to God, it's important to realize that, God loves you. And if God
Hmm.
loves you, he wants you to love yourself. And,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to not to put yourself first, but to understand that, yes, I am a flawed, I'm a sinful person. But through my relationship with God, I'm working at it every day, and I'm getting better. And
yeah,
and kind of like when you're on the airplane and they say, look, if we're going down and the air and the oxygen masks drop, you got to put yours on first, and then you can help other people. And it's
yeah.
difficult to love other people and be a good person if you don't love yourself.
Yeah, that is true, but it took me so many years really to figure that out. I guess my upbringing, it was very religious. I won't mention denominations or anything like that, but the church that I was raised in, they were like very, very critical, very judgmental, things like that. And so I had to struggle through with that in my later years. But the thing is, I don't have any problem being humble simply because I'm listening to all of my thoughts. And some of the things that cross my mind, they are not fit for human consumption. They're just not. And, people that are arrogant, I don't think they listen to what they're thinking, the things that fly by inside their brain. Because if they were, they'd go, "Wow, I'm not as nice as I thought I was."
Yeah, that's so true, Skip. And from my life experience, arrogance really is a symptom of low confidence. People that don't have a lot of confidence usually come off arrogant because they don't believe in themselves deep down, and it comes out as this extreme belief in self. So, I mean, we could talk about this for hours and hours, and this certainly is fascinating. But I agree with you. I agree that being a confident person, being a healthfully confident person, naturally leads to humility, and humble, confident people are great to be around, and they're also very good at liking and loving others.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm going to compliment you now. People aren't going to see you blush because, this is radio. But I have a lot of dealings with USCCA. I'm a USCCA instructor, been teaching a curriculum for, a long time now. And so I talk to like your support people, and I'm just so impressed with the people at USCCA. I'm not talking about, presidents and higher muckety mucks, but just the everyday people that work there. When you call USCCA, the person that you talk to, man, you don't get somebody in India who you can't understand. You get someone that is polite, and they're just personal, and they go above and beyond. And I wanted to give Ashley Vogel a shout out today. I know USCCA has already, complimented her and all of that, but I wanted to do that personally. She helped me out with a great situation there, but she is just representative of everyone that I've ever dealt with USCCA, and that is a reflection on the guy at the top. The guy at the top, if the company goes under, if they screw up, hey, you're responsible for the screw up, so you are responsible for the good things as well. So, Tim Schmidt, thank you very much for all the good people that you hire.
I'll Skip, it's my pleasure. And I'll tell you, Ashley Vogel, she's been with the company, I'm thinking over a decade. And that young lady started, very, very young. And yeah, she's a perfect personification of who we try to hire. And I bet you half of the employees, we probably have close to 700 employees, and half of those people are customer service agents like Ashley, different divisions, et cetera. But their average age is, mid to late 20s. And for a lot of these people, this is their first career job. And that's what we teach them. We teach the confidence and the humility, and we teach service above self. And so I'm very proud of her, and I'm aware of that challenge that you had, and I'm really glad that Ashley was able to help you out.
Well, we've been talking about confidence for the last 15 minutes, right? And I tell you, that girl has confidence, because she took on a major corporation and grabbed the bull by the horns, and she got the job done. So that was just incredible. Let's go ahead. Let's transition into something else, because I want to cover two more topics here. USCCA. What are you guys driving towards? Anything new going on at USCCA?
Sure. Most of the new initiatives that we have going on have to do with really large business partnerships with other big outdoor retailers and online companies. I would say some of the biggest outside of those partnership initiatives, we're working a lot on simplifying our processes ultimately so we can provide the best service to both our range partners, our instructor partners, and ultimately our members as well. The company just continues to grow fast, and certainly we have competitors, and I respect all our competitors, and I admire them because they help us to become better. But the biggest challenges that we continually have to overcome are really just getting out of our own way, and making sure that USCCA is a great place to work, because we want to attract the best people. And when we have the best people and we give them an environment that they enjoy working at, so they don't have the Sunday evening, oh crap, I have to work on Monday, that feeling. That's going to translate directly into great customer experiences, which ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what matters the most.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, you also you're in the music world. Tell me what's going on with your music.
Well, my wife and I have started a record label now in Nashville, Tennessee, and the whole purpose of the label is to help as many professional musicians as we can, help them achieve their dreams. Now, when I say that, not everyone wants to be a superstar, and there's so many different options and careers in music, especially in Nashville, that people can achieve their dreams. Maybe they want to be able to support their family and that with music. And that doesn't mean that they're playing to 50,000 person arenas. Maybe they're earning X $1,000s a month, and they can start a family. And so that's kind of what we're going for. And it's an interesting industry in the sense that there's a lot of, I guess I would say, sharks in Nashville who are
Yeah.
who are swimming in the waters, and there's so many amazing talented musicians, but unfortunately most of these talented musicians have very poor business sense, and they don't make good, smart business decisions. So really what we're doing is we're applying everything that I learned building USCCA to help music. And music certainly is a passion in my life. I write my own songs, and I perform now and then. But we're getting a ton of just purpose and value out of helping these other musicians. So one of the latest folks we signed, his name is Drew Taylor. He dropped his latest song November 14th. He's a great country western singer.
What's the name of the song?
The name of the song is Makers, as in Maker's Mark.
Okay.
We're trying to direct Drew away from writing songs about trucks and whiskey.
Okay.
And he's heading in that direction. He just wrote an amazing song about his own personal Christian transformation. He was just baptized just a few weeks ago, shortly after we got this song ready for release, and he also got married recently, and now his new wife is pregnant. So this young man, he's going through quite a few changes in life, and the big responsibility in all caps, bolded and underlined, is really starting to hit home for him. So it's really fun to help him in his music career.
Yeah, well, major changes like that, things like falling in love, getting married, having children, boy, those kinds of experiences, they can be trials, they can be tough, they can push you, but they can also give you, if you're a songwriter, it can give you a lot of good songs, a lot of good material. As a novelist, I understand where the phrase starving artist came from, right? Because you don't start out on top, right? You got to work your way up there. And boy, if you can help artists, because you're right, artists, whether you're a songwriter or whether you're a novelist, you're strong creatively, but you're not strong financially as far as business sense. I have like zero business sense. If I owned USCCA, well, they would be bankrupt. I just don't have what it takes, to do that. But I can write a great novel. But that's just the way that it is. I'm curious, what drives you creatively when you're writing a song?
Well, the songs that I end up writing that I like the most are really songs about stories in my own life. And when I first started writing music, which literally was 35 years ago, I wrote songs for myself. And then I started to stray away from that, and I tried to write music and songs that I thought other people would like, and those songs were no good. And my brother Greg, he reminded me. He said, "Tim, never write music for anyone but yourself." You know, and ultimately, you write music for yourself that I feel that needs to glorify God. And so those songs are amazing. They're either about joy or pain, or sometimes both. Certainly about struggles, and hopefully a few songs about victories as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with you, because I've been writing novels and some nonfiction for, well, 50 years, a half a century, right? And I quickly came to the conclusion, by about, well, I say quickly, but by age 40, okay, that I could write a bestseller, because you look out, you study, okay, what is selling? The problem is the stuff that is selling, it doesn't glorify God. In fact, it might get you chastised if you write that stuff. And how could you live with yourself anyways? I mean, it's okay, yeah, you're successful, commercially, but you can't look yourself in the mirror. And how do you go to God and pray when you're not, using your talent to make him happy, to glorify him? So, I guess the question that I asked myself, middle-aged, I was probably like 40, 45 years old, and, I had written like 10 books or so, and just was not commercially successful. The question I asked myself was, all right, Skip, you're not making any money off of this. So ask yourself the question, if you knew that the next novel you wrote, no one would ever read it, would you still write it? And the answer for me was yes, I would still write it. I mean, it's because, we write, we create because it's inside us. It has to get out. It's like a child being born. It's not going to stay in there. You have to do it. And just the creative act makes me happy. It makes me fulfilled. It gives me a reason to get up in the morning. All of those things, and I think I must be an artist of some point. So,
Skip, I think you are.
okay, all right, but hey, I just love it. I just love it, and I'm glad you can help other people. What's the name of your label, Tim?
The label's called T&L Records, and the website's tlrecordsnashville.com. T&L stands for Tim and Leah.
All right. TL Records, what did you, tlrecordsnashville.com? Is that what you said?
tlrecordsnashville.com.
All right. Even a Marine can remember that. All right. All right. Well, hey, Tim, we're about out of time. Any final words, any wisdom out there?
Well, Skip, I would say that my words of wisdom will be to you. Please continue your artist mission, and do it for yourself, and to glorify your relationship with God, and keep up this radio show. I love what you're doing, and I certainly appreciate our friendship.
All right, fantastic. I have the same stuff for you, Tim. I appreciate you very much. Well, I was talking with Sara about you, I think day before yesterday, and I told her, I said, I'm interviewing Tim, and I should enjoy it so much. I said, Tim is suffering from terminal niceness. That's what people think about you behind your back, So you could do worse, right?
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, Tim, thank you very much for being on the Home Defense Show today.
My pleasure, Skip.
All right. This is Skip Coryell on Home Defense Show. Coming up next, we'll be speaking with self-defense instructor in the shootingclasses.com self-defense report. But during the break, I want you to log into rumble.com and search on the Home Defense Show. I've posted a series of entertaining and educational videos there just for you. Check them out, and don't forget to like, share, and follow. God bless and stay safe, because we will be right back.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
At Centershot Gun Range, we are passionate about training. Don't know where to start? We offer a 1-hour new shooter seminar to introduce you to the world of firearms and help you find training opportunities specific to you. Concealed carry, home defense, firearm safety, AR-15, private one-on-one training, custom training, or maybe you're on a security team looking to protect your church or business. We even offer weekday morning and evening classes. Centershot Gun Range has you covered. Start your journey at centershotgunrange.com.
Firearms training should be easy. Instructors can focus on teaching and not worry about all the complex paperwork and management behind the scenes. Just pull the trigger and let us do the administrative work. Welcome to shootingclasses.com.
Attention business owners. Are you leaving your website open to security issues and hacking due to a lack of maintenance or overseas outsourcing? Don't let that happen to your business. Choose experienced U.S.-based website developers that can customize your website to fit your specific needs. Appletree MediaWorks has been growing businesses online since 2009. With over 80 years of combined experience, their team conducts constant research and development to keep up with ever-changing online threats. Your website deserves the best protection available. Call Appletree MediaWorks today at 877-977-1364 to keep your website secure and grow your business online. Or visit appletree.media.
Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If this sounds good to you, you sound good to me. And I'd like to help you do those things. Avoid danger, save lives, and keep your loved ones safe. If you're looking for more excitement in your life, we have nothing to offer you. But if you are a thoughtful, responsible, nonviolent man or woman, we'd love to teach you what to do if something crazy happens. More importantly, we'd like to teach you what not to do. We currently have over 500,000 members. They are doctors and single moms and firemen and grandmothers and veterans and Democrats and Republicans and members of every faith. But the one thing they all have in common is that they know exactly what to do if something crazy happens. When you're with one of our members, you are safe. Our members know how to de-escalate situations. They know how to calm things down. We are the United States Concealed Carry Association. See what we're all about at usconcealedcarry.com.
Discover the little-known backstory of the U.S. Concealed Carry Association at usconcealedcarry.com.
He's old, he's cranky, his back hurts, and he can't remember where he put his car keys. But his mother still loves him. Welcome back to the Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
And that was the beautiful and sultry voice of Golden Glenn, the official announcer of the Home Defense Show, and I'm your host, Skip Coryell. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, United States Concealed Carry Association, shootingclasses.com, Appletree Media, and Centershot Indoor Gun Range for all your training and equipment needs. And now it's time for our weekly self-defense report, sponsored by shootingclasses.com. And today, folks, I'm going to do something a little bit different. First, so that we get off on the right foot, I'm going to take a drink of my mocha frappuccino here. Hold on, it's ice cold. It's good. Oh, wow. That's really good. I think I can make it through the day now. All right. Oh, boy. You know, I had a very interesting experience this past week. I've been working security. Times are tough. You know, my class sizes are down, so I've got to do some extra work here. So I was working the grand opening of it was a restaurant here in the neighborhood in Grand Rapids. And boy, it was a madhouse there. They hired us to come in and do parking lot security and direct traffic and things like that. And boy, I got to tell you, it was cold. It was stressful. On my feet for, 6, 8 hours on that pavement. Not good for my 68-year-old back and my ankles and my feet. And okay, I'm crying in my beer. I apologize. I'll take another drink. Hold on. Okay, that feels better now. All right. But I had this altercation, and it was with a woman who was trying to cut to the front of the line in her vehicle. And cars were lined up, hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of cars lined up. And at its zenith, the line was about a mile long, and it was going right down a very busy 4-lane city road. And people were constantly trying to cut to the front of the line. They were approaching from like 6 different directions. One of the things about directing traffic in a situation like that is, first, you have to make sure you don't get run over by a car, because, man, I'm wearing a high visibility vest, but that doesn't mean they won't run over you. So my head's on a swivel the whole time. And part of the challenge is being totally alert for 6 to 8 hours at a stretch. That's tough to do. But, this lady, she pulls in and she's trying to force her way into the line. And part of my job is to stop her from doing that. So basically, you have to walk up, and my partner stood in front of her car so she couldn't do it, which personally, that's kind of dangerous. And I went over to the side and started to have a polite, civil conversation with her. And I'm going to play the audio for you. It lasts about 50 seconds. But this is a family-friendly show, but this woman was not family-friendly at all. So if there are children in the room, or people with delicate ears, make sure they leave the room now. Don't listen to this with people who are very sensitive about foul language, okay? All right, so here it goes.
Move out my way, dumbass. Fucking, bro, you niggas is weird. What the fuck?
Go ahead.
You think I give a fuck about
Back
you
up.
recording, you
Back
fucking
up.
dickhead? You're the fucking, you the fucking, riot king and parking lot police, you fucking dumb fuck. You can't do shit to me, bro.
Have a nice day,
You
man.
dumbass.
Drive
fuck.
safely.
Fucking, Josh, spit on your white ass. Man, shut your big fat ass up. Your fat ass don't need the shit anyway, you big fat fuck. Shit.
Drive safely, ma'am.
Fuck is you the fucking parking lot police? Y'all some fucking dickheads.
Have a good night.
Oh, I hate white people.
Did you get that on tape?
All right, so you can see why I was a little disconcerted with this altercation. There's a racial element to this too, as well, because the woman was, African American, and boy, I've been analyzing this for, a couple of days now since it happened. And I even had it analyzed by Craig Gray. He's he's my go-to guy for de-escalation tactics and knowledge and things like that. I sent him the video and I said, go ahead and critique it. And he said, you did pretty good. You maintained your baseline. You kept your cool. And she actually did what you wanted her to do. And that is true. She did eventually back up. She did drive away, and, she didn't come back and shoot me. She didn't run over me, anything like that. The thing is, when something stressful like that happens, you have to stay calm. There's that saying, if you can keep your head while everyone else in the room is losing theirs, then you'll be the tallest person in the room. And that's true emotionally as well. You have to stay calm, kind of not monotone, not non-emotional, but you can't stoop to their level. You can't insult people. You can't say anything inflammatory, because the whole idea is you want to de-escalate. And I think I did about as good as I could have under the circumstances. All's well that ends well, all of that. Could I have done better? Probably. What bothered me most about this, aside from it's discouraging for me to see people act this way, because it was a sense of entitlement that just really bugs me. Have you ever been in a construction zone and there's signs that say, like left lane ending, merge to the right? And there are always these people that just totally ignore that. They go all the way as far as they can in that left-hand lane before it ends, and then they squeeze in to the right, and they're like cheating the system, right? That really bugs me. And that's what this woman was doing. These other people had been waiting for over an hour in line, and she just thought, hey, I'm entitled, I'm special, I'm just going to move up in here and force my way in. And she was just flat out angry because we wouldn't let her do that. I started videotaping it, hoping that it would make her feel accountable to what she was doing. I know for me, that would have made me feel more accountable. Oh, this is on video. Stop, rethink. What are you doing? You know what you're doing is wrong. But I think there are some people that just don't know what they're doing is wrong, or they don't care, or they're just so angry. This woman, it's obvious to me that she doesn't like white people. I mean, that's what she said. She says, I hate white people. And she called us, the N-word, which, wow, that I don't understand that, as a white person being called the N-word by a black person. I'm thinking, I thought we weren't supposed to use that word. But I think it's kind of a one-way thing, because I've heard black people call other black people the N-word and other white people the N-word. But for a white person, that is verboten. You cannot do that. You will be socially crucified if you even think about doing that. And probably some people aren't even comfortable just listening to the audio that I played of another woman doing that. I understand that. I think the big takeaways here are, if you want to de-escalate, you have to remain calm. I was encouraged here because after the fact, I'm looking back and I realized my heart rate didn't accelerate at all. I stayed very calm. It's odd, but it seemed humorous to me when this woman is cussing me out, calling me terrible names. I didn't take it personally. I just kind of let it, flow off like water off a duck's back. And it was professional, and possibly that could be I'm desensitized to it because of I spent 15 years refereeing high school and college soccer games. That could have added to it. Or it could have been my first two marriages and divorces. That was pretty stressful. But I just wanted to play that so you guys can have the benefit of that. Now, one thing to note, some people might have pepper sprayed that woman, and I think that would be totally inappropriate. I think you'd be opening yourself up to, civil liabilities, criminal liabilities, because she wasn't making any physical threats whatsoever. I think there was a disparity of force there as well, not in her favor. The whole idea is to de-escalate, not escalate. Now, if it had been a 200-pound military-age male and he got out of the car, that would have been different. My pepper spray would have come out and, we would have just went from there. But you have to take these things one step at a time as you go up the force continuum. But, hey, all's well that ends well. My attitude now is I need to pray for this woman because she is very angry and she can't be happy with herself. And if you're not happy with yourself, you're not happy with anybody else around you either. So the takeaway is just stay calm, maintain a professional bearing, keep your head on a swivel, don't let people run over you, do your job, and just keep on trucking. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any comments on that at all. It was interesting, and this was 4 minutes before my shift ended. But hey, it did. It was the highlight of my day. We'll just leave it that way. All right, folks, that about wraps it up for this week's show. I've had a good time, and I hope you have too. Please don't forget to thank our sponsors, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range at centershotgunrange.com, shootingclasses.com to help you find the right trainer for your needs, Apple Tree Media for website security, and the United States Concealed Carry Association. For all your self-defense needs, go to USCCA.com. I've written 20-plus books, and they're all available on Amazon.com in paperback, ebook, and audiobook. This week, check out my book, Concealed Carry for Christians. It's all about moral use of deadly force. I think you'll like it. And also check out the Home Defense Show videos on rumble.com. And if you want training from me in person, then check out Midwest Tactical Training at shootingclasses.com. Please join us again next week for all your home defense needs. In the meantime, stay calm, maintain your baseline, de-escalate. God bless and stay safe.
Thank you for joining us this week on the Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best.
Bye-bye, boys! Have fun storming the castle!